There are moments in history so exquisitely dishonest, one must marvel at the choreography of it all. This is one of them. A man named Brad Edwards, an attorney once heralded as a crusader for Epstein's victims, now steps before the camera to declare, there is no client list, no names, no buyers, no rot, just a misunderstood monster and some scattered shadows. And we, the ever-gullible public, are to fold our fury, return to our routines, and nod in polite acceptance of the curtain call. But I ask you, does that sound like justice or damage control? They say. Most victims weren't trafficked to high-profile men. Ah, so it did happen, but not often. Tell me, how many ruined childhoods is acceptable to remain below the threshold of outrage? 5? 10? 50? Or is the real crime not in what was done, but in who it might implicate? The Department of Justice agrees. The FBI concurs. The chorus of state-sanctioned absolution sings in perfect harmony, there is no evidence of widespread abuse by elites. But that is not evidence of absence, merely absence of evidence. And in this house of cards, that absence was engineered. Cameras off, guards asleep, deals struck, documents sealed tighter than a tyrant's conscience. And now, years later, as public pressure boils, as calls for transparency crescendo, they offer us closure, a news cycle, a few interviews, a gentle lie wrapped in credibility, because if it comes from a victim's attorney, why, it must be true. But I submit to you, even an honest man can be used. Even truth, when framed precisely, can become propaganda. You see, my dear viewers, this is not a denial. It is a diversion. The language is precise. There is no list. But flight logs exist. Depositions exist. Photos, testimonies, allegations, they exist. What doesn't exist is the will to prosecute power, to hold the rotting royalty of finance, politics, and celebrity to the same flame they use to incinerate the poor and voiceless. And ask yourself, why now? Why this moment? Could it be because sealed documents grow warm in waiting courtrooms? Because the names we suspect are no longer just whispered, but shouted? Because the illusion is cracking, and they need a new one fast? This, my friends, is not journalism. It is anesthesia. A soft story, released just in time to cool the fire in your chest, to convince you the nightmare is over, when in truth, you've simply stopped dreaming you could wake up. But I remember when justice wasn't a commodity, when victims weren't redacted, when we asked not if the system would lie to us, but how creatively. And now I see it again, the telltale fingerprints of a machine designed not to reveal the truth, but to bury it beneath the illusion of resolution. So I ask you, do not mistake this polished performance for exoneration. Do not let your questions go quiet just because theirs have. No client list? Then unseal the flight logs, show us the visitor records, release the deposition tapes. Let the accused stand beneath the same blindfolded goddess the rest of us must. Until then, I'll not believe a word of it. Because when the lie is this convenient, when the timing this precise, it isn't, it's curiosity. And I don't dance for tyrants.